Did you notice I did not say State of the Union address? I said State of the Joe Biden address, because honestly, I am more worried about the man than I am our government. Listen, he turns 80 this year. If you don't believe he's in mental and physical decline, just go to YouTube, look up any speech he gave in 2016, and watch him give his speeches now. It's obvious. Now, don't worry, our union's not in trouble because it is controlled by government bureaucracies, these agencies. Listen, they are the elite. They're the smartest on the planet. They know more than you, and they know how to control your lives. They are unmentioned, unelected, and unregulated, but believe me, they are in control. It really doesn't make any difference whose name is above the Oval Office. So that's a whole other issue for some other days. So what's Joe going to talk about tonight? Well, obviously, he's got to spend a lot of time on the Russia and Ukraine thing, which is bad because there's really not much to say there. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen. But he will claim credit with he and his administration, how awesome they have handled this. I'm curious to know if he won't mention Donald Trump by name, but will he refer to the past president and his comments about Putin? If he does, that will be, evidence number one that definitely the Democrats are going to run on Donald Trump in the midterm elections. Secondly, he's going to talk about the economy and jobs, how awesome a job they've done there, created more jobs ever in the history of the country. And yeah, we've got a little bit of inflation, but he's going to say we have that under control. That problem is going to be, fixed. He's going to declare victory over COVID. And again, pat themselves on the back. What a great job they've done. Going to give up on a lot of the regulations because politically that is the correct thing to do now. And that's cool. The big thing I'm listening for, number one, because it's my number one issue, I will fight to the death to stop climate change policy by our federal government. So what's he going to say about that? Last year, let me tell you, I'm going to give you a quote from last year's his first State of the Union address. This was after he'd been president for 100 days. Anyway, he was bragging about what he had accomplished, and one of the things was convening a meeting with China, Russia, India, and European countries on climate change. And here's the quote he said regarding that. Quote, "We can save the planet." By the way, the we is governments. We can save the planet, and we can create millions of jobs and economic growth and opportunity for everyone in the world. End quote. Whew. That's a level of hyperbole you just don't see much. Let me tell you something. If you believe any word in that comment, I'm going to ask you to do two things. One, stop drugs and alcohol because you're high. Secondly, obviously you don't read much. Run down to your library, check out a book on world history. Please give me evidence that governments can work together to save the planet or create economic opportunity. You know what governments are good at? Killing their own people. Last 60 years, 46 recorded genocides, all of them at the hands of government. We don't want to give them too much power. I will fight this until the day I die. So what's he going to talk about climate change? Believe me, it's coming. Leave me comments at uobilly.com/podcast. This one comes up first, especially today. Let me know what you think about the speech tonight.